we'll come to order. For the record, this is the regular meeting of the Town of Florence Planning and Zoning Commission, held Thursday, December 17, 2015. It is now 6 p.m. at the Town Hall Council Chambers located at 775 North Main Street, Florence, Arizona. Mr. Olgin, would you conduct the roll?
Yes, sir, I will. Chairman Pranzo. Chairman Pranzo.
Present. I can't hear.
Vice Chair Patrick. Commissioner Petty.
Present.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. Would you all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Item 4, discussion, approval, disapproval of the minutes of the special meeting conducted on November 19th, 2015.
Chair, Vice Chair, Commission, if I may, I just wanted to make a small, there was an error on the agenda. These are not special meeting minutes. These are regular meeting minutes. So just wanted to point that out to you.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Okay, so restated, it'll be the regular meeting conducted November 19, 2015. Do we have any comments or questions? I don't have. Can I have a motion?
I'll make a motion that we approve the regular meeting minutes conducted on November 19, 2015.
Second.
That's a motion by Commissioner Petty, seconded by Commissioner Holtrick. All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? Motion passed. New business. Windmill Winery Catering Kitchen Design Review, PZ 1563DR. This is discussion, approval, or disapproval of the design review application by Rick McGee with Urban Rebuild on behalf of Harold Christ for a commercial kitchen at the Windmill Winery property located at 1140 West Butte Avenue in Florence, Arizona. Mr. Olgin, do we have a presentation?
Chair, Vice Chair, Commission, yes, we do. Tonight, the town planner, Mr. Roundoff, is going to give the presentation on this case.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, Vice Chairman, members of the Commission, Will Randolph here, Town Planner of Florence. Going to give the presentation here. So, of course, this is the design review application by Mr. Rick McGee with Urban Rebuild on behalf of Harold Christ for a commercial kitchen proposal at the Windmill Winery located at 1140 West Butte Avenue. As you know, here is a illustration of the winery property with the barn and the aqueduct. Here is a vicinity map location of the Windmill Winery over there on Butte and Plant Road. It is west of downtown Florence and Pinal Parkway, south of Hunt Highway, and at the northeast corner of Plant Road and Butte Avenue. Here's a closer aerial of the Windmill Winery property, showing the parking lots, the barn, and the two lakes. A little bit of background, this is in the Territorial Square Zoning District on the west end. It has a diverse range of uses that, with buildings that blend into the landscape, combines an open setting combined with its present-day landscape. Originally it was a nursery and went into being a winery, and now is kind of an event center for, or is an event center for weddings and other similar events. We're dealing with about 2.5 acres on the site, and existing uses are recreational, such as the event center, proposed uses, the commercial kitchen, of course. And I will go into the site plan, and I'll narrow into the actual details of the building later. So it will be a 5,000 square foot building shell located kind of on the northwest corner there. And it will be primarily composed of the 2,000 square foot of the building will be a kitchen portion, and then the east half will be the patio. In terms of the overall site, here shows parking in relation to the building shell, an internal roadway network, also an offloading site location to the kitchen area there. Here is Plant Road and here is Butte Avenue. Main entryways will be from Plant Road onto the internal road to the kitchen area. And there's also entry access off of Butte Road there also. Here will be a level ADA type of service to the kitchen area from the parking lot. And here is some of the existing landscaping that will be next to the proposed building. Here's a enlarged site plan showing the building closer up. This is the internal roadway network. This would be an off-site loading area. And of course, this internal roadway offloading area will be appropriate asphalt material to handle the vehicles and emergency vehicle weight loads. As it's noted here, the shell space for the future use, which will be future use determined down the road for the remaining east side of the building. But here is also the ADA ramp that is on the south side of the building shell, and going into the ADA level service area to the parking lot. There is existing drainage, a master grading and drainage plan for the water retention on the site, including the 2 lakes that are also on the winery property. In terms of the actual building details here, it shows the east elevation, the north elevation. Entryways into the building will be on the north side, and then the east side of the building under the what would be currently the patio. Windows will exist on the west side elevation, and the architecture will be similar to the historic downtown area of Florence and some of the existing buildings. And as you can see in this illustration are some of the Florence buildings, and then of course the architecture will resemble the buildings that are on the winery property, showing the barn here. So then that wraps up my presentation with the site plan and what the building will look like, and that concludes the presentation, and open it up for any questions you may have.
I don't have any questions.
Boyd?
I guess I just have one question for the applicant.
Yes?
Mr. Chairman?
In the staff report, there's 7 staff recommendations that they've listed, and I just wanted to make sure that you were good with those. You had read them and understood them.
Yes, we do. We have read them and we understand it, yes.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Well, in consideration of the territorial square planned unit development, as I remember it, I was sitting on the commission when that first came in front of us, and at that time I thought it was an incredibly aggressive idea for the area. And not that I'm amazed, but I am impressed on how much progress. I mean, that property is Disneyland. Aside from that, the applicant has been an incredible member of the community, contributing in many ways, but mostly through the winery. I've yet to attend Cowboy Church, but it's on my bucket list. So with that said, I'll make a motion that we approve PZ 1563DR, Windmill Winery Catering Kitchen Design Review. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? The motion passed. Okay, item 6, staff report. Community Plan Boards and Commission Conference update from December 4th, 2015.
Chairman, Vice Chair, Commission, good evening. Just wanted to briefly just talk about the class that we all got to attend in Phoenix. It was boards and commission training. It's kind of always exciting for staff to have the opportunity to get a different perspective from other communities and see how they run their commissions and their boards. I really enjoy going to these, and I always encourage commission members from the Historic District Advisory Commission and from the Planning and Zoning Commission to go. We always bring back something that always makes the town better as far as the boards and commissions training is concerned. I did put in your packets a couple of information sheets that were given to us at the day conference. The first one that I just briefly will talk about is the Riggins Rules. This has been around for a while, but it gives you a great synopsis as to what's expected and roughly how the commission works as far as what's expected from commission members and board members. They just have some great bullet points as to what to do, what not to do, and how you should be careful. And I just thought it would be a great reference tool for the commission. The other one that I included was the Planning and Zoning Commission, Pima County Rules and Regulations. I have spoken with my director and other directors here in the town, and I have expressed to them that something like this would be not only informational, but would give us a tool that we could give new commissioners, and it would kind of help them understand duties, and also what's allowed and what's not, in a real basic format. So it's something that they have taken interest on. We're looking at the possibility of moving forward with something like this for the town. But it'll probably be next year. We want to be able to get the new town manager on board if that's something he wants us to move forward on. So I just thought these are great little tools of information that, if you've been a commissioner, it just kind of reiterates what you do. Anyways, that concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you. Call to the public. Call to the public for public comment on issues within the jurisdiction of the Planning and Zoning Commission. Individual commission members may respond to criticisms made, may ask staff to review a matter raised, or may ask that the matter be put on a future agenda. However, members of the commission shall not discuss or take action on any matter during an open call to the public unless the matters are properly noticed for discussion and legal action. And I shall close call to the public. Call to the commission, current events only. Do we have any comments?
I don't have any comments, no.
And I will close call to the commission. May I have a motion for adjournment?
I'll make a motion that we adjourn this evening's meeting at 6:14.
I'll second it.
We have a motion by Commissioner Petty, seconded by Commissioner Poltrick. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? We're adjourned.